Today's topic, we're going to talk about how to use live video to build relationships and generate leads. And, live video is such a powerful medium. We talk a lot about creating videos, short videos, long videos, doing all kinds of things. But live video, I believe, it's just one of the most powerful ways to connect with an audience. But what makes live video so great is that you can actually do a live video. So you get to take advantage of the live aspects of video, and you can actually use the recording to repurpose into different forms and fashions. You can actually take a live video and create a pre-recorded video in a sense and turn that into a piece of content that you could go over to YouTube and upload as well. Now, of course, you can go live over on YouTube as well. I personally like to go live on Facebook and then take the recording of that, edit it up, and put it onto my YouTube channel. That's one of the things I like to do. Of course, one of the other things you can do also is you can take a recorded live video that you've done, and you can also chop that up into smaller bits and use that for short form videos. So there's a great thing that you can do with that in terms of repurposing as well. But today, let's talk about, I'm going to give you a few points on how live video can help you build relationships and also generate leads for your business. Because really, ultimately, if you can't generate leads, you're going to have a hard time building a business, and video will really help you to do that. So one of the first things we talk about it a lot on Tuesdays, but one of the most important parts of your video, even a live video, is your hook. That is by far the most important thing. And a hook, in many ways, when you're doing a live video, is not just the first part of the video, but it's also in the title. The title will serve as your hook. So we want to make sure that the title is catchy. We want to make sure that the title grabs people's attention. Now, when you're coming to that's one part of the hook of a live video. Because I'll tell you, I have watched my feed sometimes and I'll see someone who's live, and there's no headline that really catches me. A couple days ago, I saw somebody going live in the news feed. They had no headline on their video. And I was like, no reason for me to watch it. I don't even know what it's about, And so the headline is what you want to use to grab people's attention quickly, to get them to hop on the live, even if they're in the middle of it, no matter what. So you should put some thought into the title of the video, especially if you're going to do a live. Okay. Now, one of the key things when it comes to creating a good hook is I want you to remember this. The recording is very, very powerful. So what that means is if you go onto Facebook and you go live, you have a strong headline hook, but you also want to get into the information very quickly. So the tendency is when you're doing a live video is to wait till people come on, and, you can go, oh, hey, I see Linda on here, Mahmood. Hey guys, how you doing? Great to see you. And people tend to wait in the beginning as people come on rather than just getting right into the video. Now, here's the reason why you want to get right into the video when you're doing a live. The power is in the recording. Now, here's the thing. If you do that at the beginning of every single live video where you sit there, you wait for people to come on, you welcome people, you're 2, 3, 4 minutes in, and then you decide to start and get into the content. Guess what happens? When people see that recording, they're not going to want to stick around. So you have to think ahead that while you may only get a few people on a live video, you also are going to get a lot more views from the actual replay or recording of that video. So get right into the content and make sure you have the strong hook that is going to do that. So now, one of the things that you can do on a live video, and this is very important, is when people come on and they comment, you can actually engage in real time with them. Okay, this can add to the replay as well. So for instance, right now we're doing this live and Linda's on here. She says, great to see you again, Mark. You're the king of video. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that, Linda. I appreciate you. But you see how I can engage with you in real time, and that can make a difference. And Mahmoud is on here. Good morning, my friend. Good to see you. And Ken's giving me a little fire emoji. So great to see you guys, and welcome. So you see how I'm engaging there? You can still do that with live video, even when you go to use a recording. So it's very important to know that you can engage. You just don't want to focus doing all the engagement at the beginning. You want to, as people come on, you can do it in real time. All right. So very, very important. So, and with the engagement, I want to encourage you guys, comment, like. One of the key things with, doing live video is encouraging people to comment. So my question for you is, have you done live video? If you have, drop a 1. If you haven't, drop a 2 and let me know. The feedback always is great. So that's one way that you can do it. Another one is, I could say something like to the effect of, if you've done live video, what do you think has kept you from not getting the results that you've wanted? Go ahead and answer that in the comments. I'll come back and answer those questions for you. Or you can even do that in real time as well. So there's so many great things that you can do with it when you engage with your audience. And it's a great way to come up with future topics for videos as well. So obviously this kind of goes without saying that when you're doing a live video, the goal ultimately is to provide value packed content. Like, you want the content to be good. You want it to be something that, people will actually want to watch. And so in your particular niche, whatever that is, obviously we're talking with network marketers here, whatever your niche is, if you're in the health and wellness niche, obviously you're going to want to probably talk about health and wellness type topics. I would encourage you not to always talk about your product. I would actually encourage you to talk about more of the benefits of how someone can feel. And while you don't even mention the product, you can say things like how to have more energy, 5 ways to get more energy. And you try to focus on some unconventional things. Those are things that, you could always, some things that people don't typically think about. So there might be always the standard, oh, eat a good diet, this and that. But what people don't realize is you could talk about what are the 5 things in your diet that you should be avoiding, and here's why. So you could go into those type of topics, but obviously value pack content is what we're going after, because the more and more that you can establish yourself as an authority or an influencer in that niche, it's very important that you do that with good, solid content. Today content is it's not so much about how polished the content is, but how valuable it is. Okay. It's not about production value. It's about content value. People care more about content value than production value. That's why, I tell people, don't be so concerned about editing your videos and having that, Mr. Beast effect on your videos. It's not that crucially important as people think it is. Okay. Yes, it can add to it. Yes, it can help with engagement, all of that stuff, but don't worry so much about editing. Focus on good content first, because all the best editing in the world cannot make crappy content look good. It just doesn't work. Okay. And so, yes. All right. So my final point that I'm going to share with you today on Video Tip Tuesday is to make sure that when you're creating videos, as much as you possibly can, now you won't be able to do it always, but share your own personal story. Share your own personal story. That's one of the most powerful things that you can share. Your own story will always, always affect and connect with people more than any other type of sales style video you try to do. Your own story. Like for me, when I remember the first time when live video came out, I was doing a lot of pre-recorded videos. And I remember like being so nervous about doing a live video. And I remember just being super nervous about it. And I remember when I first went live and I realized that, boy, you know what? This wasn't as bad as I thought. And even though I had done a lot of videos, I was still nervous about it. Some of you guys might remember when live video really came on the scene, it was through Periscope, which is through Twitter at the time. And obviously, it's evolved into many other different things. But going live is very, very powerful. And it's a great way to connect with the audience and really, really get out there and create content easily. It's so much easier to create content like this when you're doing it live. It doesn't take a ton of prep. There are some things that you can do, but you can get out there and go live very, very quickly. And especially, my gosh, with AI today and Chat GPT, it is ridiculously easy to come up with content and just go, you know? So that's very important. All right. So just to recap, number one, when you're doing a live video, do the same thing that we talked about in prior weeks. Make sure you've got a strong hook. That hook should be very high quality. Really work on that. You want to have that in the headline, and your first few moments of the video, you want to get right into the content. Use that hook to grab people's attention and then move into the content. Don't wait to get started on your video, because the most important aspect of the video is the recording itself and the replay, which will probably get more views than the people that are live on there. Okay. Next, engage your audience in real time. As people come on and they comment, you can acknowledge them, check in with them. You can prompt them to, ask more questions and things like that. And that's one question I want for you. What other questions do you have about live video? Put them in the comments. I'll make sure to answer those for you, and you can utilize that. Obviously, provide value pack content and share your story. All right. So I appreciate you guys. Have a great day. Your goal today, your, what should I say, challenge for this week is to go live. Do a live video. Like, step out, get rid of the fear and step out and do a live video this week. Appreciate you guys. Bye-bye.